And reflect ahead on the upcoming opponents. Let's start off. Headed up to Manchester, New Hampshire last week for the St. A's match. Obviously, not the result you wanted, but can you just start off with an assessment from your end of the team's play in that match?
Yeah, I think we're getting closer, and for our kids to go up to St. A's, and we certainly did not get the result that we wanted. But that being said, I think we had some good performances. Caroline Stottle did very well, very active, and I think she's getting closer to being able to put some points on the board. And that's right. At the end of the day, that's what we need. So I think there were some good things that came out of that game, but we've got to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net and make sure that we're not conceding goals, especially at bad times.
Saturday, Southern New Hampshire, obviously, an exciting day with the recognition of the 15 years for the 2000 NCAA team, and we'll revisit that in a moment. But as far as the result, again, on the cusp of a draw, but unfortunately a late goal gave Southern New Hampshire the win. Your thoughts on the performance on Saturday?
Overall, I'd say it's probably our best performance to date, and I think that we had several people start to step up. I thought that Betty Worth came in off the bench and made a huge difference in the game, and her parents were here visiting from England, so I know that was a big game for her. Marissa Pearson's doing better and better every single game, and overall, from an individual standpoint and from a team standpoint, I'd say that we're getting better and better, and I think that game against Southern New Hampshire was probably the closest that we've been to reaching our potential.
15 years ago, this 2000 team, again, long before you and I were here, but had a remarkable season. 19-2, conference champions, qualified for the NCAA tournament, and you had a chance to recognize that team on Saturday. From your perspective, can you speak about the event, and being able to bring those alums back, bring the coaching staff back, and have them see this year's team as well?
Mike, I'll tell you, I've been the head coach here since 2005, and this Saturday, from an alumni standpoint, was an absolute highlight for me since I've been here. To be able to get that team, the 2000 team, back here in such numbers and have Coach O'Brien here and assistant coach Kim Whitteman Doheny here was an absolute highlight for me. I know the alumni had a good time, and I tell you, they had their children with them. They had the boys and girls, and it was just a tremendous night, and to have all the support from the campus community, have Jay Moran there, it really just kind of tied everything together. And for me, as I mentioned, it was a highlight because that was such a special group. They accomplished such great things, and it gives us an opportunity to talk to our current student athletes about who came before us and the responsibility that they have to all the Southern Owls that have been here before them, and really it shows them what they're capable of and what the potential that our current kids can achieve also.
And just to put into perspective, if you look at the Southern Connecticut record books, so many members of that squad, whether it be for their offense, their defense, games played, goaltending, whatever it is, are right up there. Obviously, Teresa Uliano in our Hall of Fame already here at Southern, in the Northeast 10 Conference Hall of Fame. Beba was an Olympian. There's certainly a lot of talent was assembled on that roster.
Absolutely.
And certainly it was great from a university perspective to have the platform, and great job putting that together on Saturday.
Oh, thanks. It was our pleasure, and it was something that I think was long overdue, but the 15-year anniversary, I felt like was perfect timing to recognize that group.
Let's look ahead to the upcoming week. 2 conference matches, Pace and
Right.
Franklin Pierce. Let's start off with what you expect out of the Setters.
Yeah, so we go down to Pace, and they have a new stadium down there. So I'm sure that'll be nice. We've never played at their stadium, so this will be our first opportunity to do it. Coach Wynn will have the group organized. They're always a very tough, competitive, feisty group. So we know we're going to have our hands full with them. But to be quite honest, we're really trying to focus on what we need to improve on right now, because as I mentioned from our previous 2 games, we're getting to the point where we're almost, reaching our potential. So I feel like the focus right now needs to be on what we're doing. Specifically, we want to create more chances. We want to get into the final third of the field more often, and then we want to be more productive when we get there.
And again, I know I've spoken like a true coach, one game at a time, but Franklin Pierce coming up on the weekend, it seems like it's always a hard-fought affair, a couple of nail-biter contests last year. What are you expecting coming up this weekend?
Well, the coach Jeff Bailey's been doing a great job for so many years. They are always very, very good, very talented group, creative, technical players. And, while I haven't really started thinking about them yet, it's going to be a quick turnaround, Mike, from the Tuesday game, and then to go up, we play on Friday up at Franklin Pierce. We'll see how we do tomorrow night down at Pace, and then make any evaluations based on really what we can do better in the areas in which we can improve going up to Franklin Pierce, and hopefully we can do well starting tomorrow night, and we'll go from there.
Good stuff. Well, Coach, good luck this week. Again, next week, we hope you can join us right around the same time next Monday. The legendary Zach Russo will be stepping in for myself as I'll be attending a convention. But, Coach, we look forward to hearing your thoughts next Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you. Again, thank you for tuning in. Remember, you can visit www.southernctowls.com for all the latest news and information, video highlights, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, everything related to Southern Connecticut women's soccer and Southern athletics in general. So thanks again, and we'll chat with you again next week.